All right, guys, welcome to React and Chill on this channel. I'm just gonna be chilling here. I'm be chilling on this video. In this video, talk about the warning, talk about a song called Stalker. First off, let me know if you like the song and how much you like it and what do you think of it. I'm gonna take this time to, of course, get into the song, what I really like about it, what I think really works for the song, and why I just think it's overall a very good song. It's not just a song though. Stalker, coming off of Queen, that album there, Queen and Scene. It's not just a song. It's a narrative. It's a little bit of storytelling there. It's an interesting piece where it shows the band's ability to weave storytelling with music, and they create an intensely eerie, creepy atmosphere while doing that. The atmosphere I'll describe as haunting and compelling. Okay. Very good song. If you don't like it, you let me know why. Maybe it's a little too much for you, I suppose. And this sort of song, it starts off, well, it doesn't deceive you, does it? It starts off the way it is going to be throughout the song. What I mean is there's a particular kind of vibe with this song, and more or less it maintains that vibe. Now, there are moments where the song kind of becomes more of a rock song, and it does have a very cool rock rhythm that's very tight. There's a nice groove to it, nice hook to it. There's little things happening, some little guitar flare happening, some little bass flare happening. But even with that, there is this ominous, creepy atmosphere that is just thoroughly maintained. And in the beginning, you get this piano coming in. And the way the keys are played, the way the notes enter, it is interesting, isn't it? There's a lot of texture there. I don't know anything about the piano that they were using, but it sounds like there was some age to it. Maybe it was the way that the keys were dampened when they were played. There's just something about the tone. It sounds eerie. It sounds like you're playing on your grandma's piano that had collected dust for years, right? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I know that experience, okay? Yeah, it sounds like that, but being played at midnight, and you're like, wait, no one's home right now. Who's playing that song? Okay, who's playing that? There's like this weird reverb effect, and then there's this like dark sound that comes in. There's dark sound that kind of comes in and kind of lingers. I call it like an aura. It's a noise that you hear, kind of feel the space there, and it is a noise that just adds to the intensity of the song. It's guitar feedback. When I first heard the song, I didn't really know what that sound was. I was like, what is that? How are they producing that? I thought it was just like some cool like effect thrown in. No, it was just really something simple as a guitar amp feedback. But the way, like when you have an amp on and you let it just kind of go, and it will just create that sound. Very good use of it. It's kind of interesting how, like, when it comes to like horror and creating like a horror atmosphere, like little things that you take for granted can be used to create a scene that is just like, whoa. And I mean create a scene like using sound, right? A nice soundscape, or in this case, a creepy soundscape. That is very convincing because of all the little elements here. Because you have the guitar feedback combined with the creepy piano, both of which together create a powerful, ominous vibe. And like I said before, that is a vibe that is maintained throughout this song. And you add to that, see, we just talked about like the first seconds, the opening of the track. But you add to that equation the lyrics, the voice coming in. The way they come in, the way the voice comes in, it is something of just pure horror there. Just coming so soft, kind of creepy, kind of like a steady tone there, though, right? There's a haunting, emotional delivery there. You feel as the listener, imagine you do, I mean, I do anyway, that you are indeed listening to someone as they are, as someone with a sick and totally sick dark desire, very unhealthy dark desire to stalk their victim. You're listening to pure, I want to say psychopath. I want to say level 5, level 10 stalker. You're listening to someone who's unhinged, completely unwell, and is willing to do some extreme things. And they've already done the extreme thing. Now they're just kind of talking about it. Now they're just kind of talking about it and just like almost rejoicing in it in a way. Their descent into madness. And there's particular phrases that you hear, like tying the rope, okay, or I'll make you mine. It's crazy how I can't live without you. Those sort of phrases, they hit hard. They hit hard and they sound very convincing because it's the way they're delivered. I mean, Danny does a wonderful job in this song. Her performance, I think it really shows the emotional intensity there. I think it works well with that, the emotional intensity of the lyrics. I think because you hear her, the way she's singing, there's like she's alternating between like some restraint and in kind of opening up, kind of become more raw, more powerful, kind of just becoming even more unhinged. But it's like she's fighting herself when she's singing this, but she's also kind of rejoicing in it, right? She's kind of like taking pleasure out of it because it's like she's finally, the character she's singing as is finally letting out what they want to do, what they wanted to do, what they had done. And they know it's sick, but it's what they need and what they desire, and they're going to get it no matter what. Yeah. Danny isn't so much singing in this song as she is like acting in this song. And very convincing. Like you wouldn't know, right? Like if this is all you knew about The Warning, this one song, you'd be like, wow. Huh. I wonder if this is a personal story, or I wonder if this woman is on has some restraining orders against her, you know. But that's because the way it's delivered is very convincing. Danny's ability to convey vulnerability and menace adds a depth to the storytelling here, and let's talk a little bit more about that ominous vibe, throughout the song, okay? Even during moments where the song takes a more of a rock feel, and there are moments like that where like this tight pattern between the drum and the bass and the guitar, it's really cool. I don't know really how to describe it other than that. It's just tight. It's nice. In some ways it's simplistic, it's simple, but in other ways there's some really cool things happening. Like the bass, Ali will throw in a cool little bass line here and there to kind of, I guess, emphasize the lyrics there, emphasize the point that Danny was making when she was singing. You know, little things like that, some little flair with the guitar. There's even layered guitars here in this song, to create a much more fuller sound, which is nice. But even during that, even in the chorus, when the song starts opening up and it's like even much more like a fuller, if you will, there still is this ominous vibe. It's creepy. It's disturbing. It's unnerving. It's the person who's singing is unwell, right? We're listening to this person give her account of what happened and justify the horrendous thing she had done. And because she did it out of love, she did it because she needed that person, right? She can't live without that person. Don't you understand? Don't you understand? It's crazy how she can't live without him. You know, it's crazy, but it just is that, you know. So what? You know, it's sort of, you're listening to it, and it's just so convincing. And that's what I think makes this song so effective. all the elements that I mentioned here all play a part in creating this soundscape, creating this narrative, this story that is intriguing, disturbing, entertaining, yet cool. Whoa, what? A story about a psycho stalker, love obsessed a woman taking that sounds like taking a man into her home, taking someone by force. Yeah, that's a cool story. It's a cool delivery of that story. It's a cool, slick delivery of a very twisted, very sinister story. Stalker thrives because of that. It thrives, the song Stalker, it thrives because it is a compelling narrative. And because the musicianship that you hear, the little things, even the amp feedback that you hear, okay? It just shows the band's ability to channel raw emotion there, and through their music, just have the emotion just resonate, just something that you could feel when you hear it. And it's not really a song you could relate to. Some of you might, and if you do, then you probably do have some restraining orders against you. But it's a song that's compelling. It's entertaining. You're like, whoa, this is cool. I like this. It's a song you're going to remember. It's a song you're going to remember, which is why I wanted to talk about it here. I really enjoyed the very dark, dramatic edge of this song. And I think it's really good. You know, all this time talking about it, I did not even take the time to put the cover art on the screen. Look at that. Look at that. There you have it. Well, I had a lot to say about this song. You guys let me know what you think of the song, and I'll join you guys in the comment section. With that said, y'all take it easy and have a good one.